Another week of another number one scoring offense for you guys. Does that ever get old for you?
Yeah, a little bit. But they're, it's the league we're in. It's we played some high-powered teams, and they're the next one up. So, we have to respond and get ready.
You guys get confidence from what you've been able to do. I mean, can you point to what you've already done this season, especially when you're preparing for a team that's leading the country in points right now?
Yeah. I think the biggest thing right now is third down defense for us is probably the best thing we're doing at this time. I think we're 13th in the country, and, we're limiting plays for people because of that. And, if we put a couple turnovers in with it, then we'd really be good. But that's probably the worst thing we're doing. But, I like where we're at. I like the way our kids are playing. They're confident right now. And, we have another big challenge.
Is this the most stress you think your defense will face when you combine the mobility of the quarterback with this spread?
Yeah, they're different. We haven't played anybody like them for the fact that how athletic that Boykin is, and the stuff that he can do. And, he can get away from trouble. He throws well on the run. He's got a very strong arm. And he's got big wideouts. Is this the best wideout group we've played? I won't know that until Saturday. But on film, they're pretty talented. They're big, they're long, they can run. And he can get them the ball in a lot of different ways. So, we have our work cut out, and hopefully our kids will step up and do what they've been doing.
Against teams like these, is the best defense sometimes a good offense because you get up early and it kind of, maybe not much, but it forces them a little bit out of what they want to do.
Yeah, it does, and we've done a great job of running the football. And what our offense did for us in the third quarter against Oklahoma State, I don't know, maybe it resulted in 6 points, but 12 minutes they had the ball, that was huge. We had to defend 7 snaps in the third quarter, and we got fresh for the fourth quarter. So, and as everybody knows, it was pretty hot, and we needed that one. So, they came through and pounded the ball out and limited possessions and kept getting big first downs. So that was really good for us.
Dana already kind of hit on it, but from what you guys saw from Boykin last year, where he was calling him the best receiver, best athlete on the field, to changing gears now and what he's doing for them, and can you speak that a little bit, what that says about him as a player, his athleticism, and what he's bringing?
Yeah, we knew he was very athletic, and I wasn't here the year before when he played quarterback up here, and went and watched a little bit of that, and then obviously trying to defend him. Coaching the secondary a year ago, that kid had 10 or 11 catches and was making big catches in the crucial part of that game. We had a lead, and he brought it back. So, he's very skilled. He's a tough kid, too. He doesn't mind taking a hit. So we're going to have a work cut out, that's for sure. We have to make sure we contain him and try to keep him in the pocket the best we can and, defend the pass.
Is containment the key for a guy like that?
Yeah, we can't let him run wild, because if he breaks contain and we have guys in covers with our backs turned or whatever, he can hurt you. He can, take off for 60 or 70 and hurt you that way. So, and they will run him. They run a lot of option with him. They run some zone read. So, he's what's making them go right now.
Can you just talk a little bit about the one-year improvement? They've gone from 25 points a game for 50 points a game. Is it as simple as better quarterback play, or what are some other ingredients that have gone into it?
Well, I think a lot of what you're seeing with our team right now, they're confident. They got their feet dug in this league now. They understand the recruiting's probably taking off and doing some better things. They're getting better players. They hired some guys that understand the offensive system they want to run, and they're playing with extreme confidence right now. You can tell, just the way that the quarterback's handling every situation, and they believe in what they're doing. And I think that's the same thing that's going on here.
Coach, you mentioned that this is a different team than you faced all year. They're going to present different challenges. How much of that relates to their offensive line?
Yeah, a lot of it. They have some returners back. I think 3 out of their 5 are guys that have played in a lot of football games. Now they're 7-8 games into their season, so those guys have got experience. They're clicking, and they do it. They help their offensive line out with the way they spread people out. They get in a lot of empty. They'll go from 12 personnel to empty to trips, or, you know, two back. So they do a lot of different stuff, and they're hard to prepare for and kind of get a beat on. Where Alabama, you kind of knew what you were going to get. Oklahoma, you knew what you were going to get. Baylor, we knew what we were going to get. You know, so these guys are different now. They can beat you a lot of different ways.
Would you say, as coaches do, that Drayvon is not a freshman anymore?
Yeah, I made the comment after the game the other day. As many snaps as he's played, you know, hell, he's a junior right now. I mean, he's got more snaps than guys that are seniors. You